Hi, my funky friends. Oh my gosh. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. I'm recovering from being sick for the last several days, like way too many days. And I really want to do another vlog on like resting and recouping post like fully being sick, but I want to wait until like I'm really like fully better. And as you can tell from my voice, I am not quite there yet, but I do feel like energized enough to like do something. So we're gonna be doing a reset that's focused on like planning, on calendars, on task management systems, like all of that. And I've been waiting so long to do that. I'm really excited to hang out with you today and explore all of those different like mediums for managing time and tasks together. But if you're new here, my name is 𝖤.𝖧, and we do a lot of things here, but one thing's for sure, we're always bringing the vibes. Okay, I'm really excited to get started, just basically mapping out the rest of the fall together and into the new year, kind of get a setup for success. I tend to really struggle with like starting the new year at like January 1st. I don't know why that's such a struggle for me. I just feel like I'm still like recovering from all of the holiday things, and I just really struggle with like starting my year planning at that point. And if you are one of those people that can, you're amazing. I aspire to be you, but I am not you. But I tend to start planning for the year like in August. And because I was sick, I ended up recording this late. So we actually are technically in August, but we're gonna go ahead and acknowledge that fact and say, hello, I'm a human being. I know I had a plan to record this like 2 weeks ago, but then I had a lot of things come up and I was sick. So here we are. We're, I think today is August 5th or 4th. All right, see, this is why I need the calendar and the planners and all of that. We're gonna be covering multiple things today. We are first going to walk through Notion, which is a task management and like time management tool that I've been using and loving lately. And I'll just kind of walk through some of the basics. We won't go in depth today, but we'll do like a whole other video just on Notion and like, you know, do a little reset together. We're also going to be creating our first ever bullet planner. I've never done one of those before. I've used a lot of like printed planners and I just always struggle to keep up with them. And so I think I'm just going to create my planner and, you know, let that acknowledge like weeks where I may like not be super on top of planning things, and that's okay. But I think like this, creating my own planner might be a way to like best support the way that my brain thinks and the way that I do things, and really embraces like when I'm in a flow state and when I'm really in need of just like rest and stepping away. So I don't know, I'm excited to do that together. And then we're also going to be installing a perpetual calendar with like a little bit of a DIY customization. It's nothing crazy, but I think it's really cute and I can't wait to show it to you. I also want to show you a tool that I use to just manage my schedule, my husband's schedule, my brother's schedule, all the people that live in this house. I want to show you a tool that we use for that. And then we're going to create a calendar for August that I'm going to hang up in the kitchen, and I'm really excited about it. Hopefully we're able to accomplish all of this in one day, but if not, that's okay. We'll just like finish this whenever we do, and I'm not going to pressure myself to get it all done because I'm still recovering from being sick for a full week. So yeah, but first let's go make some lunch. I've really been obsessed lately with eating like a cold protein on a hotbed of rice. For this it's just leftover salmon that I baked like a couple nights ago, and I just love the like sensation of feeling something really hot and feeling something really cold at the same time. I'm sure that might be rough for people that have sensitive teeth, but it feels like a hug to me. So in my mouth and in my belly. So that's what I've been really enjoying lately. I've also been obsessed with mug soup, mostly because like it just is easier to handle. I had some soup in a mug the other day because we had a bunch of people over, and I made a feast for Guam Liberation Day on July 21st. Viva Guam, happy 80th. And we made corn soup, which is like it's like an island version of like a corn chowder, which is a staple for sure. And people loved it. Everyone got bowls, and I was like, there are no bowls left. And so I was like, I guess I'll just have mine in a cup. I'll just do a cup. And since then I've been like preferring using my bigger mugs as soup mugs. I know that there are like specific soup mugs you can get, but I feel like any mug can be a soup mug if it really wanted to, you know? But I'm really excited to be hanging out with you all and working on this. And it's just really funny because I feel like most of the time people have this like, yeah, let's use planners and let's use a calendar well, and let's do all the things to organize our time and our tasks well in January, on the beginning of the year. I just have never been one of those people, and I think it's just because of how I don't know, how my brain processes the months of the year. I just saw a TikTok recently where these like teammates were organized or showing the visualizations of their months of the year. And you know, we had people that view it as like a circle where like January is at the top and then it just goes all around. So the beginning of the year is like January, and like December like comes up against it, and then the bottom of the year is like June, July. There were people that viewed it like just linear, like you just like go through the months of the year and then you restart. There are people who viewed them as like calendar pages or like planner pages, so you just like view like a 4x3 grid, or 3x4, I guess, depending on how your brain specifically thinks about it. But for me, I identified with this one girl named Paige who viewed like January through May as like the beginning part of the year, and then June and July swing it down into the August through December months, and then it kind of loops back into January to, you know, and that's the cycle. And people were like shocked at her, and I was like, wait, no, that's how I view it too. So all that to say, I'm really excited about doing all of these projects, because this is like where I feel like, okay, this is kind of like the beginning of the year. Like, not really technically, obviously, but like it is for me. So the way that I view the month of the year is, you know, you have January through May, and then that kind of curves into June and July being like the swing months. And I feel like that's like my least productive time is June and July. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like it's just like, I don't know, like it's the ether. And then we kick back into full swing August through December, and then we loop around. So it's kind of like a figure eight in my brain. So for me, this is kind of like the beginning, or a beginning of the year, the beginning number 2, I guess. And so I'm just gonna ride this high, ride this recovery, and we'll get to decorating. But I'm gonna finish my lunch first, and then we'll keep going. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk through today is something I'm really excited about slowly, developing and refining and making better and better and better. But Notion. Notion is not like the one size fits all for everybody, but I think it's pretty dang like customizable to fit the needs of like each person who uses it. So I really like using it as, a database for my content, but I also really like using it to kind of manage tasks, my to-do list for the day, for the week, for the month, for the quarter, for the year. I haven't quite got through quarter and year yet. I just created this database quite recently, so I'm slowly like working on it. I'm trying to not pressure myself to get everything like fully fleshed out and just like enjoy the tiny wins. Like we have the daily tasks all zeroed in. I have like a pretty good section for work, for home stuff, for content stuff, and I just want to show you a little bit of what that looks like. We will get into more depth like on a future video. I would like to dedicate like a whole vlog to Notion, but today I just kind of want to walk through what it is that I use and like how I use it generally speaking, and then we can like actually work through some of those tasks on another video, not today. All right, so once you open Notion, ta-da! This is what I'm calling the studio, and it's just like a hub for all of my things, whether it's just like my checklist of things I need to do, based on the day, week, month, quarter, year, whether I am managing my content creation things, whether I'm managing my IRL work stuff, or whether I'm like working in tandem with Luke on home projects and chores and everything. I'll walk through just like the general like overview of everything, and like I said, on another video we'll have to go into more detail. But what I visit every day, ideally, I aspire to, is the daily reset chart. And the way that I have it set up is maybe a little counterintuitive because it's not like things that you repeat every single day. I have it broken up by day of the week. And so today's Sunday, so you can at least like look through what the Sunday ones say. This is the Sunday view. We can see that I have like a section for self-care, for home, for work and to create and content creation. So some of these are like real tasks like vacuuming, mopping, watering plants. Some of the days are like budget focused. I have like pretty much the same thing for work every day. Some, ideas for content creation. But some of them are just like, hey, take a beat, have some quiet time. Hey, take a beat. Today, let's do a face mask. Did you do your daily doodle? Did you enjoy some time on Pinterest? Did you watch a show or a movie? Like, this is just check-in, And like I said, this is not like, this is not for every single day. Like, I don't think I have show and movie every single day of the week, but it's just like a check-in every single day to see what it is that we're doing. Let's open a different day. All right, here is Thursday as an example of a different day. Have different tasks for work, different tasks for home and creating and content creation. And then we have a little bit of a lighter Thursday for self-care, and that is because we also have other things going on Thursday night. I don't want to be overwhelmed by the amount of self-care I have to do because I feel like that's very counterintuitive. But basically that's how the daily checklist works. For weekly, I have this weekly checklist. And my weekly checklist, at least right now, is a little lighter, not for create, but for everything else a little bit lighter because I have each of my tasks broken down by week. I basically have I have a couple of like broader task lists in weekly that just allow you to double check, like, did you get everything done every single day? If not, that's okay, but this is your time to to do it. But it's just a little visual reminder. I really think this is very helpful for me to just have a good understanding of what it is I'm doing. But I'm not going to show the monthly through yearly quite yet because I'm not fully sold on all the content in it. But hopefully by the time we actually do like a Notion vlog, we can look into that together. I want to show some of the create stuff. I have a content calendar. I use the different database like views a lot. I have all these one-time tasks that are right now just mostly a vlog and content creation, and I have them queued up as not started, next up, editing, and then done. And then I also have like a section for like a catch-all for content ideas as they appear in my brain. I also have a content guide, which is something I'm really excited about. It is broken down by each platform. I use the YouTube one a lot, obviously, for all of my vlogs that I've been doing. And I also have like a little resource gallery that, you know, whenever I see something that I'm like, ooh, I really like that, like I want to incorporate something like that, I'll just add it here. And there's like not really a real need to have a gallery view, but I just do it because it's cute, you know. But it just like helps me like note whenever I see something that inspires me, and when I do share it, I want to make sure I give credit to the creator. And then in addition to that, we have a section for expenses, a section for these exclusive art drops I've been doing, which I just started. So I have a couple here, so I'm slowly building that out. It's just like a nice tool to help remind me of all the things I need to get done and all the things that inspire me. We also have a section here for home, and it's mostly just shared pages that I share with my husband that I'm obviously not gonna go into here, but I have a calendar as well from home stuff, and just something for chores that I am very slowly working on. Obviously there's nothing in there just yet, but like I said, hopefully by the next time we do the Notion blog, I'll have everything built out. So what I like about the way that I've been using Notion is I want it to be a tool that not only, like, of course, helps encourage my productivity, I wanted to like also celebrate and encourage my creativity, whether it's like actually just making things look cute, but also like it gives me time and space to be creative, and I don't have to like spin so many plates and wear so many hats all at once and be stressed out about getting everything done that I like don't make space to be creative. And I think that's like a really big part of what keeps me like in a flow state. So this is Notion, at least so far. I'm still working on it, like I said, but I'm just really excited to share with you. So one day we're gonna do a Notion vlog, but I just wanna walk through some of the tools that I'm using. Okay, the next tool I use is a like display app called Mango Display, and it allows me to pull all the information from my Google Calendar, as well as any that I have like subscribed and like visible, I don't know how to describe it, calendars, as well as other calendars I subscribe to. So it allows me to show my calendar, my husband's calendar, my brother's calendar, my work calendar, a bunch of different calendars, and whatever tasks for the day in a way that's aesthetically pleasing and something that like will update in real time with me. We were encountering this issue where any of the three of us would like randomly get scheduled appointments for different things, whether they were medical related or work related or whatnot, and we just were not on top of it. When my brother first moved in, like we would miss one of his or one of ours, and there were just like things going left and right, and I wanted a solution that was like practical, that's something that didn't rely on me having to write down everything or any of them having to write down anything, but it would just like actually update in real time. So we found this app was like very helpful for us to visualize what's like going on for the day and the next couple days in a really cute way. So let me show you how it works. So the software is called Mango Display, and this is like your dashboard. And this is like what you see when you first log in, and we can create a new display, which I'm not going to go through the details today, but I will show you the back end of the one that we use, which I just call dashboard. So if I click on this, we can see that there's a block for like the calendar, which is connected to Google Calendar. I believe you can also connect to, let's see, you could add Microsoft Outlook, Apple Calendar, other calendar URLs, like whatever you want to display. And then in addition to that, I think it's just nice to have like a little weather forecast for like the week, one for the day. I think there's two different things for today's weather. We'll remind ourselves when we look at it in here in a second. And then a clock that just gives us the time of day. And you can enable so many different like widgets. And I don't know, it's pretty like customizable. I don't really want to move anything though, because I really like how mine looks and don't want to mess it up. But you can add a background, which I have here, which is just linked to my Google Photos. And so I have a couple of art pieces that it cycles through that I created. But let me just show you what it looks like like actually active, because this looks like nothing. It just looks like boxes. All right, here's our handy dandy frame TV that we got from a Black Friday like floor model sale. I don't know, Luke came home with it one day. This was like, I think 3 years ago, and it is the handiest thing because obviously it looks cute. I can upload all my art that I've created. I made this like a long time ago. I like to do a lot of like Studio Ghibli inspired art, and so this is like the scene with Satsuki and Mei when she's making her lunch. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But if we turn this on, we can just go to the Fire Stick app. Oh, it looks like Ferris Bueller's playing on the random whatever channel that I don't control at all. So once you open this up, I have the Mango Display app installed. So that is required. So the reason why I am using the Fire Stick is because it's one of the only platforms that support, at least from what my research was, like I wasn't able to find very many options besides Mango Display for one, but two, not a lot of options for like TV apps. And so this one showed that it was on the Fire Stick, and I was like, I can get a Fire Stick for like really cheap. So I got one on like, I don't know, like a Cyber Monday sale or something for like $10 or whatever. And so I have that app installed. And once you open it up, it should take a second to think about it, think about its life. And then, there we go. So now we see we have our things that are going on today. Oh, today's the 4th. Now we know. And then Monday, we can see all of the different like items or events for the day, and they're all color coded based on who it is for. And I have one that's like for my content and one that's for work. So yeah, we have a lot of things going on here. And then, oh, okay, now we know. So we have the 5-day forecast, the like daily forecast, but based on the like time of day, and then the actual like weather right now, which looks like it's hot one out there. But yeah, this is just a really cool tool. You can configure it any different way or any way you want to. You can have more of a monthly view. I really like the daily view because it just allows me to like see what is going on today. And as like things like expire, or you know, family meeting at 1 is done already. After the hour mark, I believe that will go away, and then everything will display here. And yeah, that's basically how it works. Okay, we are moving on to the bullet planner. I have a set of 3 bullet journal spiral bound things that I have decided to use as like, obviously I'll just use one as a journal, but I wanted to use one of them as a planner. And I'm really excited because this will allow me to have the planner support how I am, how I think, how I change from week to week sometimes. When unexpected things turn up, I can adjust the layout of the pages. I can kind of just move week by week, and I feel like that'll give me something fun to do like once a week using my planner. I really want to use this mostly as a weekly planner, not really a monthly. I think I have like some other tools that I have for monthly tasks and whatever events, but I also want this to track like some of my creativity and some of my brainstorming. I want to have a good space to like log all that information. Also, that banging sound is the dogs trying to get in. Hold on, let me show you. She's just running into the door with her whole like branch. It's not a stick, that is a straight up branch from a tree, from one of these trees up here. Girl. So if you hear any more banging, at least you have context. Also, I need to clean this window again. But anyways, yeah, I am looking forward to building this out together. I have some washi tape that I already had on hand, and I have some cool like highlighter, marker, pen things that I want to use. But here, hold on, give me a second and I'll get set up. Okay, so like I said, I have the bullet journal here that is just full of dots. And I have these washi tape from way back when. I'm sure that I ordered these on Amazon, so I'll put these on my Amazon storefront. But I'm like a supporter of use what you have before you get new things, because let me tell you, when I knew I was gonna be starting a planner, I was like, yeah girl needs to get all the things, all of the washi tape, all the stickers, all the accessories. I really wanted to do it, but we're just gonna use these as they are. I had like one other color, I don't even remember now, it probably was like a different shade of pink that I ran out of, but we're gonna use this all up before we move on, unless we get close to the holidays. Then maybe I'll get some cute things for that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Also in my cute little 𝖼 pen case that my brother gave me, I have a 𝖼 pen that my friend gave me that I figured would be fun for using for the planner. It's a really like fine point, so it's perfect. And I have all of these highlighter markers that I did buy these. I will say I did purchase these because I don't know if this is like a weird irrational ick, but I hate when like my pens and like markers bleed through paper. It is like so frustrating to me. So I've been doing these like daily doodles in something that was like a planner that I was using, but everything was just bleeding through and it's making me really sad. And so I got these markers so I can like illustrate with color without it bleeding. So I'm just gonna pop that down so this stands up here, and we're going to get started. I'm really excited. But some of the things that I really want to incorporate into the daily or weekly planner, however I want to use it, is you know, obviously have a section set aside for tasks that are happening each day, of course, like all the basics. I want a list of to-do items that are kind of like one-off. I do have a section on Notion for that as well, but I feel like when it comes to like one-off tasks, I tend to like write things down on paper more than like taking the time to open up whatever software I have when I have like post-it notes and notebooks like within arm's reach, within grasp. So I want to have a section for that. I want to have a section for like shows I want to watch, like things I want to, like fun things I want to do, and then a section for creative things I want to do, whether they're like fun cozy games or like actual crafts or like art pieces, whatever they may be. I want to be able to log this down here. My goal for the planner is like, I want it to be sustainable. I want this to be something that like I am able to like realistically implement into my life day to day and week to week. But two, I also don't want to do like too much like repeat work, like redundant work. Like if I already have like a great system that give me all the details of like an appointment I have or a meeting I have or like just whatever things I need to do. If I'm already logging things in detail in Notion, or things that get assigned to my calendar for work or for home or whatnot is already there, I don't want to like, you know, add every single thing, all the details to my planner just for the sake of that. I just feel like that's really silly, personally. I mean, not silly for me, okay? Like, I just don't think that that's a realistic thing for me now. Whenever I have like those pre-made planners, I always end up like running out of gas so fast for tools like that, because I already have a different place I look for to like find that information, if that makes sense. So I also want to add just like, I don't know, I want to make sure that nothing is like too structured where I can't change it, like, you know, week to week. Like I said, like if I know that I have like a lot going on in work, like I don't want to spend so much of my space like focused on things that are just gonna add more stress to my week than like joy and recoupment and all of that. So I just want to like keep all of that in mind, but we're kind of winging it a little bit and we'll see what happens. Okay, after a lot of like messing with pages and a couple torn pages, I'm not gonna lie, I did tear out 2 pages because I messed up. I'm all about being transparent, but it's just part of the process. But I finally came up with a template that I like, that I think will work for this season of life. Like I said, if it changes at all, I can literally always change it because this is just a blank notebook that we're using as a planner. So I have a section here for obviously like the days of the week, what's going on. To reiterate what I said before, I'm not putting all of the things that go on during the week. These are just like standout items that maybe are like outside of my regular flow of like all the things that I have got going on. For an actual in-depth look in my calendar, I will use my online calendar that I use for work, for my personal life, for a bunch of other categories, but this is mostly just to like do specific call outs. And then we have a lot of fun sections here. Let me show you. So at the end of the week, my goal is to have like a reflection on how the week went. I'm gonna have like a little space for you to draw like a satisfaction smile or lack of smile, I guess. And then just like any notes of what went on that week or whatnot. And then I have a section for daily doodles. I'm gonna be realistic, and then I'm just putting 5, which is convenient because there's only 5 spots available. I guess I could have done more if I made it go vertically, but I have 5 spots to fill in. I'm gonna do them like during the week. I don't think I'm gonna draw on the weekends. This will just be Monday through Friday. And then I have a project tracker. This is basically, like I said, just to focus on like a specific thing. So I have a project of the week and I can pick whatever I want. It could be for whatever category. It can be like another creative thing, but it also can just be like a project that I've been putting off. And so I need to configure some of my PC settings. And so I'm gonna have a little check-in every single day to make sure that it got done. Then I also have a creativity check, which is allowing me to make sure I make time for creativity. And I have this canvas that's been like halfway painted, so I already have the gauge at almost halfway, but I need to finish it. I had to stop it because I got sick and I didn't get to finish it in time, and now it's just sitting on the side and I don't want to just sit there. So this will allow me to keep myself accountable for creativity. And then also just a little quiet time check-in, make sure I'm doing that every single day. I realized I forgot to put Sunday, but that's okay. That's today, so we'll get back to it next Sunday, but I'll start checking on that tomorrow. And then I have some important call outs, just like random, things that need to be known, and obviously there's so much space to keep adding to it as the week goes on. And then I have a section for to-do list. I made sure that like it has a substantial amount of space, just because like I feel like the random to-do things rack up during the week. But now that it's done, I have a perfect spot for it. So my goal is like on Sundays or maybe Saturdays, we'll figure out what makes more sense realistically. I'm gonna work on like adding a new page, and then once that's done, just gonna set it up here at my station so I can very easily refer to it, and it'll look pretty, and it'll look even prettier when we have more illustrations. I also probably could like illustrate throughout the week as well. all across, but I just wanted to be a little bit more simple today. But I really like how the markers turned out, because I kept checking because I was getting paranoid, but they do a really good job of not seeping through. Like this a little bit, but just barely, not like actually really bleeding through. So happy to hear that. That means that I can very easily use this spiral bound lay flat journal well as a planner and use like every single page and not only write on the right side of the notebook. So I love it. Okay, I'll let you all know at the end of the week how I feel about this week. Moving on to the next thing, we're gonna be adding another helpful tool that will live here, right up here, hopefully, if I measured correctly. I have a perpetual calendar that I ordered on Amazon, and it's really cute. It's got like an acrylic base, and the acrylic is clear, so I figured we could like paint the back of it just to customize a little bit, give a little pop of color, but it's just like a nice way to like visually track what the date is. I recently moved some of my gear around, so I have this shelf that was in a different space in the house, and that freed me up to use this cart in a more like useful way. And I decided to put projects on these bottom tiers. This is more so just like a tray for me to use as like a little table, but these are the pieces from the perpetual calendar. This is the yellow. I'm gonna paint it, and this does not need to be here, so I'll have to figure out what to do with that. I also have the instructions, all of the little flappies, and the hardware, installation hardware, and then a level, of course, because Luke always gets mad at me when I eyeball things, so we'll actually have a level this time. First things first though, just so it can dry, I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint the acrylic piece, so we can do that before we actually move on to installing anything. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. And if you were wondering, I have been using Rust-Oleum's Paint 2X like primer and paint and primer, and this one bonds to plastic. It's fast drying. I really like it. I think like it's a pretty good value. I'm sure there are like much higher quality spray paints out there, but it does the job for me. Fuji is just panting so much. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, Bucky. Just a little puppy check-in. Here's what the puppies are doing. Good girls, as always, except for when they're being bad. But even when they're bad, they're good. That's how it goes. Okay, the spray paint is done drying. Everything's good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and drill some, like, not pilot holes, but I don't know what they're called. I know how to use some tools, but I don't know tools terminology. But I need to put in some anchors into the wall because there's no like studs where I'm drilling. So I'm gonna do that first, map that out, and just get ready to go. This should be a pretty quick project. Don't look at the holes that are here from another thing that used to be here. And then I never patch it up because we're out of green paint. But we're putting the, we're putting the mount like, it's gonna cover it. Unfortunately, it's not the same width and I can't use either of those holes, but it's fine. I learned this hack from Luke, that when you're drilling, to keep from the dust like getting everywhere, you just put masking tape to like catch everything. And I think it's like one of the smartest things in the world. Okay, now before I actually like put this on the wall, I'm gonna put the little flippy tabby things onto the holder. I don't know what any of these terms are. Oh wait, first I get to peel this off. Yay! This is literally my favorite thing. Wow. So this is why I really was excited about spray painting this piece, because my favorite thing, I did to this too, is to spray paint like the underside of it in acrylic, and then it gives like a jelly effect, and I love it. Okay, I impromptu also spray painted the like spacer thingies that like hold them in place, and I used like the last tiniest little bit of this coral color, and you know what, I'm glad I saved it because now I have another pop of color. I also changed the screws, and I'm hoping that doesn't mean anything bad, because the only like really long screwdriver I have is a flathead. I don't have like a really long Phillips head that would clear this. I mean, we do have one, but I don't know where it is, so we're just using these flathead compliant screws. We have a problem. I need to find screw heads that are like narrower than this opening because I can't drop them through. So please hold. Okay, I found the perfect ones. All right, I kind of had to come to a hard stop because the screws that I found that were flathead compliant, they are not long enough, and so it won't like secure to the wall. Well, it just keeps like not falling, but you know, it's not secure. So we're gonna have to use the original screws, which duh, of course. Because I don't have a Phillips head screwdriver that's like can clear that whatever spacer length. I have to wait until Luke gets home. He's at Gen Con right now. I'm pretty sure the screwdriver is in his possession, he doesn't know, or it's in the house and he knows where it is and I can't find it. So hopefully we'll wrap that up tomorrow when he gets back. But I'm gonna take this time to take a little break, eat some dinner, and then we'll work on our last project. All right, I finished dinner and cleaned the kitchen up a little bit, hung out with my brother, because like I said, Luke's not here. He's at Gen Con right now with so many people, and I really hope he brings back some Oink games. If he doesn't, I think my heart will be sad. But we're gonna work on this last project, and then we'll like end with finishing the installation of that perpetual calendar. We'll have to finish that tomorrow. So for now, we're gonna work on painting a DIY monthly calendar with sections for different like monthly house things or like household things. So I'm gonna have a section for like tracking a few projects. I think I'm just gonna put 3, maybe 4, but probably just 3 projects that we can track the progress throughout the month. I feel like going over 3 is a little bit ambitious, and I don't want it to feel like we have to like get 3 projects done every month or else sad, you know. It's just to help us gauge how our projects that we are working on are going. And then I also want to have a section for like need anything, so that kind of is a catch-all for grocery items, for random like candles, like random things that we need that we don't want to like make a trip just for that one thing, but the next time we're like out in town we can pick up those things. I want to just have like a place where people can write down stuff. I also might put like a section just for like, I don't know, additional things like meal ideas or whatever. I think that could be fun too. And then I'm really excited. I decided I want to have like a section for a quote of the month, but the quote will always just be something one of us have said or one of our friends have said lately. And it might seem like an inside joke, but for us, it'll just give us a little bit of joy whenever we look at the calendar. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It is getting late and I just finished the calendar and I'm really excited about how it looks. So I'm gonna let it dry and then we'll hang it up in the morning, finish that perpetual calendar, and then marvel in everything we've done. Night night. Okay, it's the next day and literally all we're gonna do is hang up the calendar because 𝖼 came home from Gen Con and first of all, he got some really cute stuff. Let me show you that first because good news first. He came home with all these games, more games. I don't know, he might have already owned that, I'm not sure. More games down here, lots of things. And he's napping over there. But I'm really excited because he got me a new 𝖼 game called Moving Wild. I'll have to play this on a future Glow Up Gaming hang time. If you didn't know, I really love collecting 𝖼 games. Part of it is because they're cool and small, but also because aesthetically, so pleasing. The art is always very like consistent. All the different game designs go together even though they're like completely different games, but we're gonna add this one to my shelf. Ta-da! Okay, yeah, that's basically the extent of the happy news because the sad news is two things. One, we could not find the screwdriver, which is very sad. So I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow because I ordered like a cheap one off Amazon that was like long enough that could clear that whatever wall mount thingy for the perpetual calendar. So we're gonna have to wait on that another day. And the other sad thing is, remember how I was talking about my really cute 𝖼 pencil case with all the pretty markers and stuff? Dude, I don't know where it went. I cleaned up everything last night and I feel like I was like not rewarded for my discipline because I was like, okay, I need to stop leaving things out for longer than when, you know, a project being done. I need to put things away right away. And so I was like cleaning up everything got clean. All the paint went to where it was supposed to go. All of the other supplies that I used went back to where they were supposed to go. And then I swear I remember seeing the open pencil case and I closed it and put it back at my desk. But today when I went to go do my daily doodle, I reached for where the pencil case should be and it was not there. And now I honestly cannot, I don't know where it could be. So hopefully in the next few days, it'll just turn up in, of course, like a very obvious spot. But until then, I guess I won't have those markers on my desk, which is really sad. But let's go hang up that calendar. Here it is, it's all dry. We're just gonna hang it up and then I'm gonna fill out at least a couple of things down here and a couple reminders throughout the month. And I guess that's all we're doing today. The other nice thing is that it covers all the holes that I put into this wall. So just look at the pretty calendar now. Okay, I'm so excited because the day is finally here. I have a long Phillips head. We're gonna finally install this project that's just been taunting me the last couple days. Look at it. It's just like, hello, I'm trying to hang and you're not letting me hang. So now we're gonna make it hang. Okay, as I say, third time's a charm. Let's see if this will actually work. Look at that, so secure. Okay, now that everything is complete, I feel like we just need to take a moment and enjoy all the things that we made together. So let's just relax, sit back, and enjoy the planner, the monthly calendar, the perpetual calendar, and let's just chill together. Nice. That was so nice. Okay, honestly, whenever I do projects, especially like ones that are like home related and not like, oh, I typed away at a spreadsheet, I will just bask. I'll just bask in whatever it is I did. When I landscaped our front yard, I literally just kept going outside and staring at everything. I would just like stand in the street in our neighborhood looking at our front yard and just like marvel I was like, you know what, look at those transplanted plants not dying. Look at them, they have their moment to shine. Everything looks so much better. I would just like stand out there for so long. Luke was working out there a couple times, and he would just like watch me watch the garden bed. And so, you know, I had to just marvel in all the things we did. This perpetual calendar, look, we'll never forget what day it is, what date it is. And we'll have so many pretty visuals to look at while we stay organized with our time and make sure we factor in rest. I have my cool planner now. Like, there's so many cute things to stare at and be productive with, or try to be productive with. But I hope that you enjoyed this time together. I hope that you enjoyed the cozy and caring vibes, and I hope that you're able to give cozy and caring vibes to others. I love you all so much. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. You all thought